Last but certainly not least, I will talk about how Slark's abilities exactly work, and how they should be used and when. Slark's abilities don't have cast animations, and they're active as soon as you press the button. They also don't break his movement. Dark Pact is probably the most unique and most important ability for Slark. It scales in cooldown, loses 1 second of cooldown on every level, loses 5 mana cost per level, and goes up 75 damage per level. And that is why we like to max it out first, because it scales the best out of all Slark's abilities. Also keep in mind that this ability does half the damage to Slark, but you cannot die from it, so you cannot deny yourself with it. But it removes all debuffs that are removable. It is a strong dispel, and only debuffs that it doesn't remove are the ones that cannot be removed with anything. There is a list of all the spells that it does and does not remove on the Dota 2 wiki, so I'm not gonna go into details with this. It deals damage in 10 instances, and each instance applies the spell. So if somebody places a debuff on you while you're pacting, it will be dispelled. So how do you use this? First of all, you need to look at their team and see if they have any abilities that are not dispellable. If they don't, while you're running around the map and farming, you need to monitor your ultimate's passive, and if you're in their vision all of a sudden, you want to pact right away, because it has 1.5 second delay and lasts for 1 second after that. That gives you 2.5 seconds to re-evaluate your decision about what to do. Is it their Vard? Are there enemy heroes that will kill you? And so on. It will dispel almost any stun they place on you as long as you use it before they stun you, and enable you to get away with Pounce, Blink, Shadow Blade, or whatever. However, if they do have non-dispellable stuns or any kind of disables, you want to Pounce, Blink, or Shadow Blade out of their vision as soon as possible. Dark Pact also helps you farm really fast, and it is 6 second 300 damage nuke, and people don't use it enough for its damage. A lot of times you're going to regen much faster than your opponent is, and you only take half the damage. It is a very good nuke. How you want to use it in the laning stage? You want to get close to them, activate your pact, hit them twice, and then pounce. That way, when your pounce leash time ends, you will have pact again. At least that is what happens on level 7 and above. Also, an important use of 10 instances of pact could be removing Treant Slavin armor off of someone, or Templar Assassin's refraction charges. But keep in mind it also removes salts from you, or any other buff that is removed by self-damage. Pounce is one of few abilities in Dota that use something called a directional move, which means you're going to pounce in the exact direction you're oriented at the moment of using your spell. It is very useful to use a hotkey for directional move in order to help you pounce better. Let's lead off with the most general question about pounce. Why do you want to pounce? In the past, Slark used to deal 300 damage with pounce, which was a viable damage dealing spell. But now, 160 damage level 4 is really low, especially at that point of the game. It virtually does no damage at all. So what is the thing that pounce actually does? It prevents enemies from running away from you and allow you to hit them. So think about it like this: if you're already hitting them, there is no reason for you to pounce. There are too many people that start a fight with the pounce, especially in the laning stage. This is very bad, because if you use your pounce and there is a sudden change of variables in the fight, meaning another hero comes in and you need to run, you have to use your ultimate, and this is awful, because look at it like this: you messed up your 8 second cooldown ability, now you have to use your 60 second cooldown ability to survive. Essence Shift, when you look at it, it steals one of each stats of enemy heroes and gives you 3 agility, and 3 agility means you get 3 damage, 3 attack speed, and 0.42 armor for every attack. Essence Shift is really good snowballing ability, and it is very important to play around it, meaning when you're looking to go in on someone, especially in the laning stage, you want to see if you have any Essence Shift stacks first. If you do, definitely go for them. You already have the advantage. It is just gonna build up more and more. However, if you don't, be very careful. Also in the laning stage, you should try to hit your enemy 2 or 3 times if they get close, because not only that you hurt them, but you also improve your farming ability, since it gives you some extra damage and attack speed. As I said, this ability is very snowballing. It helps you get more kills based on previous kills you got. So how to utilize it properly? You should seek for another kill as soon as you finish one kill. You don't just wanna go AFK farm the jungle. You wanna seek another kill, and then another, and so on. Of course, priority is still not to die. Also, getting few kills makes you take objectives super fast, since your damage and attack speed can go through the roof. Always try to keep in mind how many essence shift stacks you have, because many people play too scared when they have many stacks. If you have like 30 stacks, that is 30 damage, 13 armor. Even heroes that did a lot of damage to you before, they don't really do much damage at all. With that being said, you still don't want to go full Rambo either. You want to find the balance. And you will do this by playing the hero a lot and practicing. There is no better way to wrap up this guide than talking about Slark's ultimate, Shadow Dance. Shadow Dance is one of the most broken abilities in the game. It is the passive that gives you huge movement speed bonus, as well as huge percentage based HP regen when you're out of enemy's vision and not taking damage from the neutrals. It is very important to remember that you lose your ultimate for 2 seconds when you take damage from a neutral creep. That means when you're farming the jungle, you don't really know if you're seen by the enemies. The delay on moving in and out of the vision is 0.5 seconds before the buff is applied or taken away. And that is just the passive portion of it. It is already a decent ability, but the trick here is that it has an active portion as well. By activating it, you turn into smoke, and they know where you are, but nothing can detect you, and they cannot attack you with any unit target based spells, but they can still damage you with AoE spells. Your passive portion of the Shadow Dance activates as well, with that 0.5 second delay I talked about. With Aghanim Scepter, the invisible portion applies to your teammates in 325 AoE, and it helps you save them sometimes. It also makes a 30-second cooldown. It may be a viable option to purchase Scepter, but it is very situational. As I already talked about, the main use of Slark's ultimate is detecting their wards and vision, and saving yourself from dying. Let's now see how long will it take you to restore your full HP from 1% with your ultimate. At level 1 you need 33 seconds to restore your whole HP, at level 2 20 seconds, and at level 3 14 seconds. This information can sometimes be very useful. To know how long you have to get out of the fight to restore your health based on your current health. To fully optimize your ultimate usage, you need to know how much burst damage and how many disables enemy has. If they have no disables, you can save your ult for as long as it's possible, but if they do, sometimes you want to use it as soon as the fight starts. That will be all for today. I hope you enjoyed this guide and learned something new about playing Slark. I will release the next guide as soon as possible. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Until then, good luck and have fun stomping some pubs.